Hello, welcome to Official Flower Podcast.
I want to thank God you
I'm Flower, aka Rose. It's been a long time since we've recorded. Oh God.
do. Yeah.
What do I have fun facts? My Bella dog got a bath yesterday, and she's very fluffy now. That's my fun fact. Also, Ivy left me. My grandparents came home, which means Ivy left me, and I'm sad.
It's very sad. I miss Ivy Dog.
Me too. Is she just up the road? Yes.
I don't know how to fix this to you, but that's my Ivy Dog, not your Ivy Dog.
Okay. I feel like you are the same person. You know, that dog and you. um, but you are the same person in my. I mean, you both really love green, and I feel like you both love potatoes. Do you like?
Yes,
Do you like carrots? Yes.
yes.
The only thing is you like blueberries. Ivy doesn't like blueberries.
Oh man, that's horrible. She keeps wagging her tail like a dog.
Alright, your intro.
My name is Fitz, aka Singer, and I I said something about another book I'm reading while Rose is reading this book, and she's like, "Oh my God, how did you know?" That's so I was like, "No, I'm checking." And then she's like, "Oh, you're talking about that one." I'm like, "Yeah." I thought that was funny. I thought that was so funny.
Listen, it's not my fault. Both of them have people being fingered under a table.
I just spilled my drink all over me. Your Bitmoji looks different. Did you change your Bitmoji?
Yes, I did change my Bitmoji.
See,
I
I've
realized
a
the
friend.
other
I
day
know.
that my Bitmoji was still a redhead, and I haven't been a redhead in years.
Not the Crocs on your Bitmoji.
I was going to do heeled boots, but then I saw the Crocs, and I was like, oh my god, this is the same exact
Why the
color as
blue
my
one?
Crocs.
Why the
So I did
blue
it
one?
just for you.
The rest of it looks really cute. Why are those?
It's great because I have that exact shirt, and those exact pants, and those exact Crocs, and I have worn that exact outfit in the past month. I usually wear it during spring and summer.
I'm such a great friend that I noticed when you changed your Bitmoji.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that was so funny. You screamed about Crocs. That's just our friendship in a nutshell. I wear Crocs. I said video of walking dog. I get yelled at for wearing Crocs.
He's just talking. Newspaper.
Alright, you ready to talk about this book? I don't. You're gonna have so much fun with this. Welcome to, Your Dad Will Do, the first book in the A Touch of Taboo series by Katie Rubber. Now, when I initially planned this, because this is the first of 3 of the same series in May, my birthday present to myself. Its added birthday present is, I'm pretty sure there's no plot in these. This one had no plot. I'm pretty sure the rest of them don't have plot. So this is going to be real easy to edit. So good job for me. I love that for me. Now, I thought it was a trilogy until I went and recorded my TBR, I think, for this month, and I realized, oh, wait, no, there's more books in this series. There is a 4th one, and there's a 5th one with no information on it, at least on Storygraph, and so I was like, oh, weird. So I did plan the 4th one for later down the line this year, and I was looking into the 5th one. Apparently the 5th one was canceled. And the 5th one was a throuple.
Oh.
I know, right? The second one is a throuple. The second one, I did skim the synopsis, and it basically, her husband decides to gift her as a Christmas present to his best friend for one night, but then it becomes more than one night, and they become a throuple.
LOL.
um,
The episode work's been so long. This was so fun.
this one is Gifting You to My Father. Is that the name of it? God, I just said it too. Your Dad Will Do. That's what it is. Your Dad Will Do. There's also, like, Seducing My Guardian is one of them.
I'm concerned about that one. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. What was the other one? Here, let me look up what the other one is. I just saw a review of this book that said, too much smut, is that possible? And I'm gonna go with yes. I didn't rate it because I couldn't. My brain was just like, what the hell? Oh yes. So, Seducing My Guardian is the fourth one. The third one is My Dad's Best Friend. Just a wild time. The way this book came out in 2020 also. Just that knowledge. In fact, I think the first three came out in 2020. That's funny. Okay. I'd like everyone to know, other than the Wicked Villain universe slash Dark Olympus series universe, the only other Katee Rubber I had read was the dragon one. You know, the one where the love interest is a dragon with two dicks? And this one is somehow more wild than that one. Like,
That's insane, Senna. Like,
I will inform you now, there's so much banging in this. And I'm not going to go into any detail. The only detail you're going to get is that one, I'm pretty sure at one point she has like a dozen orgasms in one night. And two,
ow!
At least every hole is filled at least twice.
The logistics of some smut out there is insane.
I'm like, this whole takes place for the most part in like 2.5 days.
What?
Oh yeah, first I'm gonna go into the content warnings because it starts right off. We got sexual content. Wow, who could guess? Infidelity. I'll get the plot of it in a second because it takes 5 seconds to explain. Some cursing, I guess. Toxic relationships, and she gets drunk one time, so alcohol. I can't. Her name is Lily, and so I knew going into this that the synopsis said that her ex-fiance, I guess at this point, his name is Max. She caught him cheating on her, and so she decides that the best revenge is to fuck his dad. I thought there was gonna be some preamble to that. It starts with her knocking on her almost father-in-law's door. And he opens the door and he's immediately like, what the fuck did my son do?
Oh my goodness.
She's all like, I caught him cheating on me with his secretary because he can't be any more of a cliche.
That's literally my first thought.
I know, right? That was her first thought too. And then he lets her in, gets her a drink, and then there's also like this whole point where she brings up the fact that she doesn't know if she's more upset about the fact that he cheated on her, or the fact that he was so obvious with it, and like he's either so bad at hiding it, or that he blatantly wanted her to know.
Ew.
Yeah. So almost immediately she starts to do something. Like, it takes less than 5 minutes. I was 49 seconds into this audiobook and I messaged the fish like, oh my god, it's already started. Like, it was deep.
Not even
already.
a minute. Oh my god.
Yeah. So basically, other than the fact that her fiance cheated on her, all we know immediately is that this isn't like her seducing her ex-fiance's dad out of the blue. This has been like a flirtation going on.
You're joking. Years. You're joking.
No. She tells the story of one time, he has a pool, right? And so over the summer, a lot of the time they would, go to his dad's house to go swimming, right? And so she works as a teacher, and so during summer she has the summer off, right? And so she would go to the pool. He works in construction. He's like a construction manager or something like that. Some high-level position in construction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, she thought no one would be home. So she decided to go swimming in the nude.
Oh my god.
But he was home on his lunch break. She caught him watching her as she was playing with herself.
Oh my god.
At the pool. I would like this backyard is in direct view of all the neighbors.
Oh my god.
She caught him watching her and then continued to go at it. And he was like, yeah, I saw you. And I was definitely thinking about that it was your mouth as I stroked myself.
Oh my god. This is so normal.
I know, right? Anyways, so, the banging starts. Immediately, he's all like, hey, do you want to record this?
Oh my god.
He says they can use her phone and she won't send it to anyone, even him, unless if she wants to, all this stuff. And she agrees.
Oh my god.
There's some banging. There's some more banging. There's some banging. There's this whole thing where they talk about one time. She was like half asleep while wearing a tight, short dress. On the couch between Max and Shane. That's his name, Shane. The dad. And the whole time, all he thought about was putting his hand up her skirt.
Oh my god.
Normal experiences. Also in
Yeah,
all this
normal
banging.
experiences and thoughts about your son's girlfriend.
Yeah. Anyways, there's this whole thing where I think around the first or second orgasm, dude, he goes down on her like it's his only life's purpose. Let me tell you. Oh
I
my
feel like that's
god.
what it be, right? Like, be so serious.
Um, but he is all like, I don't remember if it was right before the first one or right before the second one. He asked how often Max got her off. Normal questions. How many times has my son gotten you off? And the answer is zero. The answer is zero. She hasn't had an orgasm in years unless if it's been by herself. Um,
I'm sorry. What?
I'm just gonna sip my coffee because. Anyways, let's
I,
just say
I'm
he feels bad that his son is so bad at getting her laid that he's gonna make it up to her.
no, I'm sorry. If you can't even like please and satisfy your fiance, how are you cheating?
Um,
It's like,
there's like heavily hinted at stuff a few times about one Max, her relationship with Max and their sex life, where it was very much like for him, it wasn't for her. He didn't care to get her
oh,
off. It was basically using her for pleasure. And then previous experiences with men and going down on her, and how it always just felt like they did it just to do it. Like that felt like they had to do it. Which is why Shane's just like a breath of fresh air, because all he wants to do is go down.
oh my god.
That man is on his knees so much in this book. I don't know if he's more on his feet or on his knees. I honestly don't know. Um, Also, around
Crazy.
this time, they also agree that he's all like, okay, you want to bang to get revenge on my son. I'm down, but I want you to stay for the long weekend. I assume it's Friday night.
Hmm.
She agrees. They bang some more. He takes her up to the bed. They bang some more. After post banging, she assumes that he's gonna kick her out now, despite the fact that they agreed to do this all weekend long. So she expects it to be over with, and he's all like, no, and there's some sweet comfort. There's also oh my god, so much daddy kink.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Like,
should have expected it. I should have expected it. Honestly, it's my
yeah,
own fault. um, but also another thing is public sex, or the idea of other people catching them having sex.
I'm sick.
They bang some more. There's some comfort. He cooks for her. He picks out clothing for her. All this stuff. There's some more
Uh,
banging. He offers to sleep on the couch if she finds the idea of sleeping in the same bed as him as too intimate. But she crawls into bed with him. They cuddle. Um,
this is gonna be a short episode.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be like half an hour long. We're 16 minutes in, and like
Maybe,
2 minutes of this is just the call starting. So,
maybe, people will actually listen to this one then, huh?
oh my god, it's gonna be so nice for me to edit it though. Just think of that.
Maybe
Um,
we should learn how to shut the fuck up.
no, I don't know how to do that. Did you see the original length of the fifth mindfuck episode? Oh my
Yes,
god.
I was
3.5
there.
hours.
I'm
I cut a whole
very.
hour of that bitch down. My last
I
vlog, I
think
cut
I was
20 minutes out.
dissociating the whole time.
I don't know how to shut up. That's more of the story. Anyways, without shutting up, I'm gonna continue talking about this book. Thank you for laughing at that. So the next morning,
I'm so excited.
she is kind of uncomfortable about the idea of them kind of like other people learning about them, despite the fact that she does want Max to learn about them and all this stuff. He's all like, I'm gonna take you out. She's like, what? He makes her breakfast. There's some banging, right? he
Did
goes
they bang
to,
in the kitchen at some point?
yeah, they bang in the kitchen at the kitchen counter. That's why I said when you
Oh
said
yeah.
that
Okay.
in that book he was fingering her under the table. I thought you were talking about my book because I just read a chapter where he fingered her under the counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were at a restaurant when mine happened.
So basically he's all like, we're gonna go for a ride. There's some sex games happening. We don't need to talk about it. They go,
What do you mean we don't need to talk about it?
we don't need to talk about it. They go on a drive.
No,
Basically,
you can't just say sex game and then be like, we're not gonna talk about it. Like, hello?
okay, fine. The whole thing is that he's gonna take her on a drive, and the whole time they're on a drive, she has to be getting herself off, but she can't actually reach completion.
Oh my
And then
god.
the place they get to is a sex store or a
Oh my
sex shop.
god.
And he's like, okay, you still gotta continue doing yourself, but you can't reach completion, or else I will go down on you and use my fingers, but I won't use my cock and I won't let you finish all day long.
Oh my god.
I think there's also a point before this where they are banging in the kitchen and the neighbors can totally see, like, most likely see them. Like, she can definitely see the neighbors. And he's down on his knees. Right?
Dude, this does not exist. In this universe are curtains.
No, there's trees that block the way, but it's very obvious to see what's happening in there. Don't worry, don't worry. So basically he goes in the sex shop, he comes back. He puts a butt plug in her. God.
Oh my god.
And then he drives her to, like, basically the park to sit and just they bang.
Oh my
Talk
god.
sex.
Oh my
Basically, they
god.
don't reach completion though because he looks outside the window and guess who's right there? It's Max's car.
Oh.
So she gets off his lap, right? And almost a minute after they leave the store or whatever, wherever they were, Max calls him up.
Oh
He puts
god.
on speakerphone, right, through the Bluetooth on the car, right? Because
Oh my
this is we're in
god.
2020 somehow. And Max is like, "Hey, Dad, did I just see you at this store?" And he's like, "Yeah, sorry, I didn't see you. Just left. What are you and Lily doing in town?" And Max
Oh
is
my
like, "Oh yeah, about Lily. Yeah, we broke up like last week. It hasn't been a week yet. At the end of their weekend, it's been 6 days. Okay." It's barely been a few days. And then he says, because like the dad saw him with another girl, right? Which is obviously the secretary, right?
Yeah.
And so he's all like, "I saw you with a girl. What are you and Lily doing in town?" And he's all like, "Oh yeah, about that, we're not dating anymore. And also that's my new girlfriend." And he's all like, that's a bit fast, my son. Now, obviously, hearing that not only was he having an affair, but he like fell in love with her and he's dating her, right?
Oh my god.
It's emotionally a lot for her. He doesn't apologize also to his, like, he's talking to his dad. It's like, not your business, but like we weren't good together. And talking all this shit, right? And
The
so
fuck?
she's not doing well emotionally. So her solution is to give Shane a blowjob as he's driving the truck. Road safety, for the love of God.
No, because right
He's still on the phone with Max.
No, because Thanks We Had Some Light also had Roadhead. Oh my god.
I forgot about that.
No, when that happened after the restaurant shit, I was like gripping the fucking walls, like, what is happening?
So
I know.
she's giving him a blowjob as he's still on the phone with his son, being like, "How could you do whatever you did to your fiance?" And he's all like, knowing that like he cheated. And even if he didn't already know, it's kind of easily discernible that, hey, you're already dating a new woman. That's a little suspicious. That's a little weird, right? And he's all like, "Shut up, Dad. I know you liked Lily, but god damn it." And he's all like, "Yeah, I sure do like Lily."
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
Max hangs up. Uh, she emotionally drained. Blowjob. Uh, and so he wants to talk, but she doesn't want to talk. So he allows her to use him to numb her mind from that emotional trauma. Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
understand.
then right afterwards, I don't think he even completed. I think she did, but he was like, nope. As soon as you're done, we're gonna go inside, and then we're gonna play a card game
Oh,
for
okay.
like a solid hour. It's like a thing where like over the summer when they would visit, she knows how to play this specific game, and he knows how to play this game, and Max always found it boring, and so the two of them would play while Max just watched TV
Card
the
games
whole
are so
time.
fun, though. You're
I know,
lame if
right?
you don't like card games.
So,
I'm so good at card games. It's like kind of crazy. Like if you show me like a card game, like with like a deck of cards, like by the third or fourth game, I'm an expert. It's
so they're
odd.
playing this card game. And he initially asked, like, what are your feelings on this? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I will think about it when the time comes, but I don't want to right now. This is my free time to not think about it, right? And he's like,
Valid.
okay. So he distracts her with talking about her work, and they're just having a normal people conversation. I don't want to talk about what happens next.
Oh God.
So, basically she wins the game. She's distracted, blah, blah, blah. And then they play a role play game. Like, Max is in the living room watching TV, like the old days, and he's gotta be quiet as he gets her off.
Oh
So
my
Max
God.
doesn't overhear.
Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. Like what the fuck is this?
And then, right after that, he comes up with the idea of making not just the sex videos and photos they already made, but another one whose direct purpose is to send to Max.
I'm sick.
And she agrees under the conditions that they pretend this is the first time they're doing it. Right?
Oh my
So
God.
they set the scene where, like, he answers the door. For some reason, he's the one with the phone answering the door, and it's her phone. So, like, obviously, he would know it was a setup. Like, this was all planned. It's like a bad porno. But
Oh my God.
that's a plot hole we don't need to think about because the video's not even important. You really think it would be sent to Max, but you know what happens. I message you as soon as the thing happens. Because by the way,
Here's
this scene, yeah. So basically they pretend it's like the first time. She's all like, he cheat on me. He's like, oh no, let's get revenge. Bang a wang. And he makes a comment about how Max never got her off, and they makes her reach orgasm in like under a minute because he
Oh
knows
my
her
God.
body so well already.
Oh
And then
my
he's
God.
all like, I want to fuck you for real the way you deserve. So he takes her up to the bed and leaves the phone downstairs. And then that's when they're going at it. And they're going at it some more. And they're going at it. I think at this point is the first time during sex she says, I love you.
Oh my God. Go on somewhere.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure she's like on his lap and can see out the. They can both see through the bedroom door. The door's not closed or anything. Because like, why would it be? And Max just appears, and they both see him, and they're just like, okay, and continue.
Why does he just appear? Like, hello.
Uh huh. As soon as they're done, Shane's like, Max, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God.
Um, After Max goes downstairs, he's all like, I'm gonna go talk to him. And she's like, no, this is my job, it's my relationship. I appreciate it, but it's my job. So she gets redressed, goes downstairs. They have a
I think it'd be
conversation.
like 10% more ballsy if she only got like half dressed.
I mean, the dress she is wearing is see-through, and she's not wearing any undergarments. So,
Or like in some of his clothes, I think that would have been funny too.
um, but basically, she goes downstairs, and he immediately is like, so how long has this been going on?
Oh my God.
And she's like, that's none of your business. And he's all like, are we even now? Right? And she's like, this isn't about you. May have been initially, but it's not anymore. Right? He tries to ask her if it's only been this weekend or how long, trying to figure out if she cheated on him with his dad. And she's like, I don't know how many girls do you cheat on me with? And he's like, valid. She says, go get your shit out of my house by the end of this weekend. I love how she's keeping the house an icon. Why did you send me a photo? 11
It's
minutes
very
ago that I
important.
didn't see the notification of until just now. That's a Kiki.
Yeah. It's a lucky cat.
Um,
See two apples.
basically a conversation where she's all like, yeah, you hurt me, and I am happy right now with him. I don't know how long this will last, all this stuff. She does, before she goes downstairs, she thinks the thought of, about how, there's like multiple lines like this where it's all like, you were gonna be my father-in-law, and he's like, now I'm your daddy. And she thinks something along the lines where she's like, I call your dad my dad too. Or,
Oh my.
no, she says, I call your dad daddy too. And he's like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm like, that's a valid response to that. Max, I'll
Yeah.
give you that one. Right.
I can't hear. Oh my god.
Yeah, so,
Insane.
so he leaves, to go get all his stuff out of her house. She goes back upstairs, and, oh, before she goes back upstairs, she does check the phone, because both her and I had the same thought of, did Shane, like, immediately send it to Max or call Max or something? Right? The video, that they were recording?
Yeah.
The answer is no, because the video was still recording.
Oh.
She goes upstairs. They have a conversation. He's all like, you need to talk to me. And she's like, nah, I'm good. And he's all like, you need to eat food. You haven't eaten properly the whole time. She's like, no, this is just how I cope. I just don't eat or sleep.
Oh my
And
god.
he's all like, you need to take care of yourself. And she's like, I will. Eventually.
This is so.
Also, there's like a whole thing where maybe that wasn't the first time she says I love you. Maybe it's the next time. I think it's the next time they bang, which is the next day. I don't fucking know. There's so much banging. They bang some more at some point. And she says I love you, and he's all like, he doesn't say anything, and she expects him to have a response, but he doesn't have a response. He keeps on not saying anything, and he keeps on being like, eat your food, all the stuff, playing games, continuing the sex games they've been playing the whole time, but like not saying anything about her saying I love you during sex, right? But then instead of banging or fucking, they make love.
Oh my god.
And in the process, she does say I love you like 3 times.
Oh my god.
And he's all like, I love you too.
Oh my god.
And he's trying to get her to stay. He's hinted at the fact that he wants her to stay, right? And so he blatantly asks, and she's all like, I can't, right? Like, I just went through this traumatic experience of catching my fiance cheating on me, right? Like, this has been putting a band-aid on a very bad wound, and I gotta heal before I can, like, start a new relationship. It's been 6 days at this point, right? And he's like, valid. I will wait for you, right?
Oh my god.
And she's worried that he will give up before that time, right? There's a whole part that takes place over 6 months where just a bunch of text messages where she says I miss you and he says I miss you too, but I'm waiting and I will continue to wait. There's at one point where she goes girls' night and ends up drinking a lot and drunk texting him at a bar, so he goes and picks her up.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
she gets mad that he didn't bang her while she was inebriated, the bare minimum. Right. Anyway, 6 months pass. The deal was when she was ready, she sends the videos of them to him, and he'll know that she's ready to go at it for a real relationship. But she's like, no, I don't want to do that. So she instead breaks. It's summer now. It's summer vacation. I think it's June. Happy Pride Month, I guess. And she breaks into his house, goes into his
Hell
backyard
yeah.
where his
Fine.
pool is, and he likes to sit outside and read by the pool, so he already has the lawn chairs out, even though it's like the pool's not warm enough to go in yet. I don't know what kind of June this is, but whatever. She teaches high school, so it's definitely June to be on summer vacation.
Yeah.
And so, right, she sends a video of her rubbing one out to him, saying that she knows that he said to send the old videos, but she doesn't want to remember the past. She wants to like look forward, not back. All this stuff,
Oh no.
right? So come and get her.
Oof.
And then he shows up. He, like, leaves work. He takes the rest of the afternoon off. Smart man. He leaves work. And in the lawn chair, he goes down. He eats a meal, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god, you
I haven't done it once this episode. It's a pure miracle. I helped myself back.
You know, I love you sometimes.
Only sometimes. Anyways, so he's
sometimes.
doing this. I would like to remind you that their backyard is completely visible by neighbors.
Oh my god.
There may 100% be a neighbor watching them as this happens.
Oh my god.
Anyways, after she's done, he's all like, okay, I want to truly bang you again up in my bed. And I don't want him to have the whole show. So they go inside, they bang-a-lang. They bang-a-lang some more, and then in the process of bang-a-langing,
Oh my god.
he asks her to marry him.
What the fuck? It was such a
I can't stop laughing. This was like 30 minutes ago when I read this part. So he asks her to marry him, and she says, God's yes. And then after they're not in the throes of passion, she's like, do you think Max will call me mom? That's how the book ends. He's all like, you have a dirty mouth, and that's how the book ends.
No,
when I said there was no plot, I meant it. Oh my god.
I think it would be fucking hilarious if they forced him to call her mom.
That's so funny. They did make a joke, like, in the first third of, if they, like, went for it, or something like that, that would make her Max's stepmom, and that'd be weird, but also kind of funny. And so now they're just, like, going for it. They're like, yeah, you're gonna be a stepmom. He can call you mom.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. Imagine if Max was the best man at the wedding.
Oh my god.
His ex-fiance and his father. Oh god.
I'm crying. Like,
this was a wild experience. I've never read anything like this, and I've read Jenica Snow's.
I've never heard anything like this.
I don't know where Katie Robert pulled this out of to make this.
We love Katie
There's 3
Robert.
more.
I love Katie Robert.
I do too.
I've only read one, but I love Katie Robert.
Oh my god, it was. I was dying. I was like, I can't react to this ending until we're recording and I tell you about it, because it's. It just really hits you with, okay, more begging. Hey, will you marry me? He can call you mom.
That was insane.
And I didn't rate it because if I did, I don't know what to rate it, because there's like nothing to rate. It's just a lot of banging.
Well, is it
like
good?
I guess it's well written, but like I don't have any thoughts. It's great content for the podcast.
We love great content for the podcast.
Oh my god. I would like, I'm now in the middle of like 69-70 series with this book.
Oh my god.
I keep on going down and then I keep on coming right back up.
Stop starting series.
In my defense, I'm in the middle of finishing another series right now.
That was fun.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this book. It was an experience. I don't know if I recommend it. It's a book you can read. It's on Everend. The whole 4 of them that are out.
I don't know why they changed the name. Everend is kind of
I know, right? Katie Robert has said that in the thing that I looked up when I looked it up about the 5th one, said the 5th one was canceled. But if she ever gets the urge, she will go back to it. It's kind of similar to the Abel and Broderick and that whole series, Sabine Valley.
The covers of those ones are so pretty.
I know, right? I'm so mad because the one that I was most excited for was the one that it was canceled at. So I haven't Oh, I'll probably never get it.
Okay, bestie.
At least I know
You know what
Teddy.
I'll never get?
What?
The Ghosty Goo Mortician Lady book that
Oh, that thing.
you're supposed to write. Yeah, because you don't love me. You don't write because you don't love me.
Okay. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I don't. What else do we have to talk about for this episode?
Nothing.
Literally,
We're just shitting at this point.
I know. I'm gonna cut most of it out too. I love that for me. Um, do you have any final thoughts about this experience that was this book?
No.
Aren't you so happy I did this?
Yes.
It's definitely an experience. It was a wild time.
I had a good time.
This is what the basis of me reading erotica for this podcast was based off of. Because the whole purpose of this all started with me reading Expedited Barbarians. And then
I
I was
thought
like,
that you were Ice
for the
Planet. Oh
pod,
my
I
god.
should totally explain what's happening in this weird ass book to you. And that's how this came to be. We lost it at Mindfuck. I was having too good of a time. It was too good of a book. But we're back at this weird shit.
No, I fear we completely lost the plot for this podcast, but who cares?
Alright, do you have anything else to say in this episode?
No.
Okay, thank you.